Hello, everyone. Welcome to the EJ Sports Podcast. It's your boy E here. Now, today, I'm doing sort of a solo mission because for all my WWE fans out there, it is confirmed officially by Triple H. If people do not know, John Cena versus AJ Styles is confirmed for Crown Jewel Perth. Now, this is a huge thing because for the people who do not know, and especially if you have not seen my review, if not just my review, but me and my brother Jay's review of WrestlePalooza, you would know that I actually did not mind the Brock Lesnar match if it led to something in the future. Now, one of the big things that people were saying what could have led to the future was a match at Crown Jewel. Now it is confirmed that John Cena is going to face AJ Styles. And he personally himself put it out there, tweeted it, that he wanted to face AJ, and it looks like we're getting it. Now, this is a big thing because this is one of the matches that we wanted to see. And for the Brock Lesnar match, I did not mind it. Again, I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan when it comes to his wrestling, his style, his personality. Honestly, I don't want to get into that. I don't condone whatever. That sort of situation, I do not condone. Him as a wrestler, and again, I'm also a UFC fan, so seeing him at the UFC was actually pretty sick. But when it comes to the sort of continuation of that story, I hope that if we are going to end his story here, cool, Brock Lesnar dominant, he'd actually, honestly, he'd probably be the prick to ruin John Cena retirement. I don't know if you guys remember his whole idea of the party's over, Grandpa, the unscripted line against Hulk Hogan. Him basically having a sort of alleged backstage, backdoor sort of situations of him not wanting to, put people over. Again, that sort of situation. If that's what it is, cool. If this is a reward for that, it is rumored, or was rumored that we were never going to get a John Cena versus AJ match. Now we're fully getting it. Shout out to AJ. Hopefully we get the phenomenal one, even though his story, the AJ story of him sort of being there. And what I mean by that is that he's right now currently in the Grande Dragon Lee sort of Lucha Libre feud, you could say. Even though it's with the Judgment Day, of course, Dominik Mysterio. He is the one backing up or being backed up also with Dragon Lee. I'm guessing Rey Mysterio might enter this sort of, vortex once he's healthy. And of course, with all the three Grandes. I feel like that's this Crown Jewel, in a way, is going to feel like a Saturday night main event exhibition matches. What I mean by that is that hopefully we get Super Cena. Hopefully we get the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And we're actually going to have a match that is fully to the caliber that we want it to be. Nostalgia is a pretty drug. If you know what I mean. Nostalgia could hit you hard. And you're always looking for it. There's a reason why people still want The Undertaker to wrestle a WrestleMania. They still want to see Triple H out there. They still want to see Shawn Michaels. It's because nostalgia is a huge drug. I grew up during the Ruthless Aggression era. My era was 2004 moving forward. So you have no idea, me wanting to see Kurt Angle wrestle again, me wanting to see Rey Mysterio still wrestle. That's pretty sick. Still seeing John Cena wrestle, still seeing Randy Orton wrestle. I was, popping for the idea of Batista coming back, having the Animal. This current iteration of Batista, no. Again, he's in fully actor mode. He ain't really what I think about. What I think about is the Animal, the world champion Batista. That's what I want to see. So when it comes to that sort of idea, obviously it'd be sick. And again, that's the sort of thing where WrestleMania Saudi Arabia, that sort of idea of possibly bringing back these old stars, that probably kill me when it comes to nostalgia. But when I want to see out of this match in Crown Jewel in Perth, I hope Triple H lets them cook. Give them an unlimited, and I mean that fully, unlimited time limit. Make sure they go through all the beats that is necessary. And what I mean by that is that I'm hoping, and again, I said this during my podcast when I talked about these sort of predictions and when I talked about the idea of Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. That was the best match of the night because they let them do what they needed to do. They made sure they went through their paces, they went through their spots, and let them do what they're good at doing, which is putting on a great wrestling match. And we know John Cena and AJ Styles can put on a great wrestling match. It's the idea, if they are allowed to, who is coordinating it, who is allowing them to actually do the match that is needed to be done. And that is the thing which I feared when it came to the match with Brock Lesnar. I already heard the rumor that Brock just wanted to go in, do his thing, and get out. Basis, probably the reason why it was the number one, the starting match, the opener. But when it comes to this match, I already know the main event's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Easy. This match, if you're putting it at the start, it has to bang. It has to be night of the match quality. If you're going to let them do what they need to do, have it be at the start. Unless you're putting the World's Women's Champion versus the WWE Women's Champion. That could also be a barn burner, great match. You have to make sure that this match is put in the space or in the slot that is worth watching and being great at. This match would have been perfect at Clash in Paris. Now that I'm thinking about it, the matches at Clash in Paris, they weren't the best. What could have been, if you know what I mean. AJ versus Dom on Raw, great crowd. The match wasn't the best. Obviously, their SummerSlam match, top notch. That match at Raw, probably not the best. But imagine John Cena versus AJ in Clash. Or better yet, if you're throwing Dom in the mixture, imagine those three in a triple threat match for the IC belt in Paris. This is the thing that people don't understand about this John Cena retirement tour. We don't want him, as much as we want him to go against his former foes, we want him to go against the future of WWE. Dom is one of those futures. He is going to be the future, the way that WWE is portraying him, the way that his charisma is showing. He is the future of WWE with the bronze. Because you really think about it, on Raw, you have 3 potential WWE World Champions. You already got a World Champion. Dom is a World Champion. Even though it's AAA and people don't take it as seriously. It's me, during that time I was watching wrestling, I also watched AAA. I watched all the wrestling matches because I'm Mexican American, because I was able to find channels that would pass Mexican wrestling. CMLL and AAA, I watched them both. So seeing them benefit, and this is more sort of the wrestlers that are on the roster, which I've known they've been great, like Psycho Clown, like Pagano. Even though this is not the same La Parca, the story, the personality of La Parca, seeing Latin Lover, which was again Alberto Del Rio or Alberto Del Patron. If he was still in AAA, he would have been also thrived. And again, controversy aside, he's a great wrestler when it comes to the style he's trying to portray. So that would have been great. So Dominik Mysterio, already a world champion. I believe he's a future WWE world champion, if not WWE champion as well. Because he has that charisma. He has the style. He has the way to work the crowd. And again, I remember watching him, when he was still with the Judgment Day, the old Judgment Day. And I remember booing the crap out of him, making sure he didn't speak. And I feel like that, going from that to now where our boos or us doing something with Dom is more of us appreciating Dom. And I feel like he could benefit from a match with John, so having a triple threat would have been great. But to scale back to this breaking news, I believe if they let them cook, if they let them do what they need to do, John Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel could be match of the night. It could steal the show for the simple fact that it's a nostalgia hit that would hit hard. And I'm hoping and I'm praying. Because as a huge WWE fan, as a huge John Cena fan, as a huge AJ Styles fan, I want this match to work, especially because this is a great tribute, and I'm hoping that this match delivers because we only got 5 days left. There is no need to waste them. For me, the Brock Lesnar vs. John Cena match, it wasn't a waste if they were going to build off of it. Now that they're not building off of it, even though I like the match, it might have been a waste. But thank you guys for listening to me giving this little sort of breaking news. Obviously, no, it's probably gonna be a great match. Please listen to the podcast. If you're a soccer fan, more soccer videos going out. For me, WWE fans, I obviously do review the big sort of PLEs. Another big thing, which I'll probably have a little talk about, does WWE invade TNA? Does TNA invade WWE? We will see. Thank you guys so much, and peace.